Hello, my dear friends. Today I'm talking about Hellenistic astrology in career and professional goals. Unlike modern astrology, which often focuses on psychological traits, Hellenistic astrology emphasizes fate, timing, and life circumstances. As you already know, Hellenistic astrology is about whole sign house system, paying attention and importance to the ascendant or rising sign, paying attention to concept of planetary rulership and dignity, and time lord techniques that are used zodiacal releasing and annual perfections. In career readings, Hellenistic astrology doesn't just say you might like writing. It explores when writing opportunities may arise, why they matter, and how your chart supports or challenges these pursuits. In Hellenistic astrology, the ascendant or rising sign is a cornerstone of the entire chart. It not only defines the house system, but also reflects your physical body, temperament, and life direction. The planet that rules the rising sign, the chart ruler as it calls, is crucial. This planet represents you and your life path. Its position by sign, house, and aspect shows where your energy naturally flows and what kind of work may feel fulfilling. For example, for Aries rising, that is ruled by Mars. Let's say that Mars is in the 10th house and suggests ambition and competitiveness. These individuals may do well in entrepreneurship, sports, or military service. For Taurus rising, that is ruling by Venus, let's say that Venus is in 2nd or in 6th house, may incline one toward careers in finance, beauty, or culinary arts. Gemini rising, that is ruled by Mercury, let's say Mercury is in the 3rd house or 10th house. It favors communication fields like writing, teaching, sales, or media. Cancer rising is ruled by Moon, and the Moon in the 4th or in the 6th house might indicate work related to caregiving, real estate, hospitality, or food. Leo rising, that is ruling by Sun, and the Sun, let's say it's in the 5th or 10th house, favors leadership, creativity, performance, or any field where they can shine. Virgo rising, that is ruling by Mercury. Let's say the Mercury is in the 6th or 10th house, may highlight analytical roles, healthcare, research, administration, or data. Libra rising, that is ruled by Venus. Let's say Venus is in 7th or 10th house, often points to law, diplomacy, fashion, or anything involving aesthetics and relationships. Scorpio rising, ruled by Mars, let's say Mars is in 8th house or 10th house, might push toward investigative careers, psychology, surgery, finance, or occult fields. Sagittarius rising, ruling by Jupiter. Let's say Jupiter is in the 9th or 10th house, supports teaching, travel, publishing, or law. Capricorn rising, that is ruled by Saturn. Saturn, let's say it's in the 10th or 11th house, may suggest careers in management, politics, engineering, or anything requiring long-term planning. Aquarius rising is ruling by Saturn. Saturn, let's say it's in the 1st or in the 10th house, could support careers in science, technology, reform, or community leadership. Pisces rising is ruled by Jupiter, and let's say Jupiter is in the 6th or 12th house, might find fulfillment in spiritual, medical, artistic, or humanitarian work. The condition of the charts, whether it's in its own sign, exalted, debilitated, retrograde, whatever, can reveal how easily you can express yourself in your career. When it comes to career, the 10th house is the primary place to look. It represents your reputation, career achievements, and your relationship to authority figures. In the whole sign system, this house begins from the 10th house sign from the ascendant, regardless of where the midheaven falls. Planets in the 10th house naturally elevate your visibility. Sun in the 10th house gives leadership, prominence, and the desire to shine. Moon suggests a need for emotional fulfillment and public caregiving roles. Mercury brings intelligence and communication to the professional sphere. Venus contributes charm, artistry, and collaborative skill. Mars provides drive, competitiveness, and technical aptitude. Jupiter expands professional reach, teaching ability, and fortune. Saturn offers structure, mastery, and long-term achievements, but may require patience and determination. The nodes in the 10th house, especially the North Node, can show fated professional developments or karmic paths related to public standing. The ruler of the 10th house and its condition is also very important. For example, if the 10th house is ruled by Mercury, that is in the 3rd house, careers in writing, speaking, or teaching might stand out. If there are no planets in the 10th house, examine the sign on its cusp and where its ruler is placed. Strong aspects to the ruler can also influence professional direction. One of the unique elements of Hellenistic astrology is the concept of the sect, which differentiate between day and night charts. In a day chart, the sun is above the horizon. Here, the most beneficial planet is Jupiter, and the most challenging is Mars. In a night chart, the sun is below the horizon. Venus becomes more helpful and Saturn less problematic. This distinction affects which planets support your career growth and which ones may pose obstacles. Understanding the sect can refine your career analysis. For example, a night chart with a strong Venus may indicate success in the art or design, while a day chart with a dignified Jupiter might shine in law, philosophy, or business. For example, day chart with dignified Jupiter, maybe in Sagittarius or Pisces, strong potential for success in law, education, publishing, or roles involving expansion and optimism. A lawyer with Jupiter in Pisces in the 9th house may find spiritual and financial fulfillment. A night chart with dignified Venus, let's say in Libra or Taurus, it gives strong ability in design, beauty, and the arts or diplomacy. An artistic with Venus in Libra in the 5th house might excel in performance or fine arts. Day chart with Mars in detriment, for example in Libra. Career conflicts or aggressive authority figures may hinder early progress, but also offer lessons in assertion and balance. Night chart with Saturn in its own sign as Capricorn or Aquarius, slow but steady rise in structured or traditional fields like architecture, engineering, governance, or project management. Day chart with Mars in the 10th house. Career may involve competition, technical mastery, or leadership under pressure. Think about surgeons, athletes, or military leaders. Night chart with Venus ruling the 10th house and placed in the 1st house. The person's charm, creativity, or aesthetics are key to their public success, such as actors, beauty influencers, or even planners. Additionally, sect helps fine-tune Time Lord analysis. A career-related perfection year, ruled by a planet in sect, may feel supportive and easy, while one ruled by a planet out of the sect may require endurance and adjustment. But remains the opportunity to develop yourself. The lot of spirit is a calculated point that represents intentional action, career goals, and your inner motivation. It's often used in Time Lord techniques like zodiacal releasing. To calculate the lot of spirit in a day chart or in the night chart, you can use a link that I will put it down below, because it's important what kind of chart do you have. For example, if your lot of spirits falls in Virgo in the 9th house, you might find purpose in higher education, writing, or analytical work abroad. Zodiacal releasing is a Time Lord technique that maps out your life path in chapters based on the lot of spirit. Each measure period is associated with one of the 12 zodiac signs, lasting anywhere from a few months to over a decade, depending on the sign. These periods help to identify peak periods of career advancement. Here is a quick overview of how zodiacal releasing may feel when released from each zodiac sign. In Aries, gives bold action, leadership roles, pioneering efforts, high drive, but risk of burnout if not tempered. In Taurus, stability, steady growth, building value over time. Progress may be slow but lasting. Gemini, communicating, networking, frequent transitions, excellent for media, sales, and writing careers. Cancer, emotional shifts tied to career, nurturing or caregiving roles. Leo, visibility, recognition, creative expression. These can be peak periods with public acknowledgement. Virgo, work-intensive, professionalism, service-oriented path, skill building and refinement. Libra, partnerships and aesthetics come into focus. Diplomacy, beauty, and social grace are themes. Scorpio, deep transformation, intense work, behind the scene, power plays, can bring burnout or breakthroughs. Sagittarius, expansions, travel, teaching, or publishing. These are often liberating and fortunate phases. Capricorn, career consolidation, ambition, and structure, often slow but results in major achievements. Aquarius, innovation, reform, and intellectual work, good for tech or progressive careers. Pisces, inspired, spiritual, or confusing periods, ideal for artists, healers, and those in service. Knowing your zodiacal releasing timeline helps you work with the cosmic rhythm instead of against it. Also, annual profections is a powerful technique in astrology that uses the 12 houses of the birth chart to understand how different areas of life unfold each year. This method helps identify the themes that will dominate each year of your life and offers a valuable framework to personal development, including career guidance, by examining the house ruled by each annual profection. We can gain insights into what to expect in terms of your professional life and overall life progression. Also, solar return chart has a direct impact on your professional life. By looking at the position of planets, especially the Sun, Moon, and Saturn in the solar return, we can gain insights into the opportunities and challenges you will face in your career during that specific year. It's very important to observe planets in their own signs, exaltation, or favorable houses tend to show where you have natural talent or ace. Anyway, when a planet is in dignity, its themes become core strength. The house it rules will operate more smoothly. Its influence in time-lord techniques like annual perfections or zodiacal releasing brings clearer and more successful outcomes. It shows natural talents that can be used in career path. On the flip side, when a planet is in detriment or fall, it may express its qualities with more effort, tension, or contradiction, often a path of growth and refinement. While planets in dignity operates with ease and effectiveness, planets in debility can experience more tension, conflict, or delay in expressing their full potential. This doesn't mean failure. It often means that native must work harder, develop resilience, or evolve in that area. This placement can indicate areas where the person feels off script from societal norms, yet they can also be a source of a profound originality and strength once understood. How to work with debilities in career? It requires more intentional development. You may experience external or internal blocks in related areas. With awareness, it becomes a source of uniqueness and mastery. Time Lord techniques as zodiacal releasing or perfections can highlight periods when these themes must be addressed or can transform. Rather than seeing debilities as weaknesses, Hellenistic astrology views them as opportunities for conscious growth and skill refinement. Many successful individuals have multiple debilitated planets, and they often become masters or the exact area that once challenged them the most. In career astrology, Saturn plays an important role. It represents effort, discipline, and long-term achievements. A well-placed Saturn in Capricorn or Aquarius can indicate a late bloomer who eventually reaches great heights. A poorly placed Saturn might show early struggles but also deep resilience. Saturn's transit also returns, and perfection years often correspond with major career milestones or turning points. Hellenistic astrology doesn't offer cookie-cutter career answers. Instead, it helps you understand your unique strength, timing, and purpose. By learning how to work with your chart, not against it, you can make smarter, more soulful decisions about your career path. Whether you are just starting out, making a midlife pivot, or planning to retirement, Hellenistic astrology has tools to guide you through every chapter of your life. What kind of changes do you need to make in career? Or what do you want to do to feel happier in your career and profession? I'm waiting your comments and questions down below. Until next time, I wish you all the best. Bye bye.